Hey guys, I just got done watching 2012's Stitches. So Ross Noble and Tommy Knight as well as some other people that are not credited on the back. But they were in the film, so and I can't bother writing that stuff down. So this is a really fun movie. I highly recommend it before I start reviewing it. So basically you get the Blu-ray case with the artwork and you just get the disc inside. The special features are commentary with actor Ross Noble and writer-director Conor McMahon, and the making of, bloopers and a trailer. And the director is Conor McMahon. I said it before, but I won't say it again. Basically, let me tell you how the film starts. Oh, sorry about that. The film starts with basically Stitches the clown humping some woman from behind up against a counter in a caravan or a trailer, depending on where you are. And he goes to do the event, and if you look on his left side of his car, if I'm correct, it's like crossed out. Like the lights crossed out and broken, and that symbolises something later on. So basically he gets to the party and he's really foul mouthed. He's like, he's pointing up. He goes, "Get out of the fucking way, kids! Get out of the fucking way!" And almost crashes into him. Then he basically cons the woman out of money, takes more money than he should have probably, and he goes in there and all the kids play tricks on him. Like he goes, "Oh look, I've got an empty hat," and one of the kids pours drink in it. I think it's Paul who does that, and they tie his shoelaces up, and then he stumbles a little bit late. He stumbles, and his head turns, and the dishwasher's open. His head goes straight on a knife pointing upwards. Well, he gets up, pulls the knife out, covers little Tommy in blood, goes to attack him with the knife, so it causes him a little shit, and he slips on his own blood, and the knife goes in him again and kills him. Which is cool because it goes in the same eye again, which is awesome. So then basically he has a funeral and his mum walks in and sees him dead, and then they have a funeral for Stitches. And little Tommy, I'm guessing he's 10 years old at the time because it's 6 years later, and he's 16, goes to the cemetery where he witnesses a clown ritual. The question is, are these other clowns dead? Are they, because they look dead? And if so, they've all got eggs. And the question is, there's so many eggs at the end on the shelf. Does that mean there's thousands of dead clowns wandering the earth? But anyway, so he goes there and they go, "Oh, you're not supposed to see this," and all this stuff. And then he wakes up, so you think it's all a dream. Just shows stuff of him at school, Tommy being bullied, Tommy's friends want a party, the usual stuff. Which is quite fun. He's obsessed with Katie, the girl who gave him a kiss on the cheek in his treehouse when he was 10, and to be honest, he's madly in love with her, and she's got a boyfriend now. Typical teen stuff. So he's got the time alone, and so he tells his friends to come over and they'll watch a Vin Diesel box set together. And he basically says, "What? You're alone? Free house? Party?" So he doesn't want to do a party, and he finds out he could because it'll impress Katie. So there goes the party. Woohoo! The party, yeah! So you're really happy about that, and the party's getting going, and then all of a sudden a hand comes out of a grave like this, and it's up, and it's Stitches alive again. And basically goes around killing the friends and that in some of the most interestingly cool ways. Like, there's one where he gets the umbrella through the girl's head and he pulls her eye all the way out. And then as she dies, as she falls down, it pops the eyeball out, and it falls in her mouth and the whole thing opens and sprays blood, the whole umbrella, which is pretty cool. And then he goes, "Oh, right from behind," and he does a humping motion, and a balloon comes out and he pushes it back in. It's really funny. Another one is when he's killing a boy, and he says that's stinking food or something, and they're playing "I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight," which is really cool. and another one where he pulls this boy's intestines out, and the boy runs and slips on it and trips on his own intestines. That's hysterical. Um, so yeah, Lost Noble is excellent at Stitches. The ending was pretty fun. I have to admit, I would have hoped for a better ending myself, but it was good enough, you know. I guess I just wanted something, you know, like really spectacular. But you know, it was interesting because they finished him off kind of the way it started, really, which was kind of funny, you know. Um, so basically, the bit on the car which has the cross out basically is on the same side as what happens with his eye, because his eye ends up with a cross out from the knife going in it. I'm guessing both times. The film itself, if I had to say my view, I'd say from the moment it starts, I was laughing incredibly much. So much I was laughing. I was like, oh, this is great. This film's going to be awesome now. Because I don't know why, but today I just really wanted to watch it. There's some things that just made me laugh, like the bit where he kills the cat. And he goes, let's see how many lives you've got. 1, 2, and he kills it and he swings him over his shoulder and goes dead. I really like that. I don't know why. I just really thought it was funny. And there's some other stuff. I can't remember now, but there's all these lines which just had me in tears of laughter. I highly recommend this. And Ross Noble was excellent at Stitches. I mean, he really made that clown special. But I'm sure, if I'm correct, that he's actually a comedian. So that makes sense. Tommy, the guy who was in Doctor Who, the little boy who's 16. I found him to be quite funny because there's a bit in it where I think it's Paul is dressed up as a clown and he starts running away from him. And it's really funny because he's like, oh, and then he runs away again and gets in his tree house. And you're like, you're not 10 anymore. But in the end, does he get with Katie? Who knows? The truth is, it tells you in the movie. But I think it's kind of funny because it would be even more funny if she hadn't got with him, if that did happen. So, you know, I would have liked to have seen more of the other clans as well because they all looked interesting and fun, you know. But I guess they're kind of just there to kind of show that dark kind of witchcrafty kind of dead clown association ritual thing. But I like what they said about a clan can't rest until his final show or something like that. But the deaths were really, really good. It reminded me of a throwback to the 80s to a big degree because there was some CGI, but there wasn't a lot of it. And when they didn't use CGI, they used it really, really perfectly. I mean, it was awesome. You know, it was just really, really good. I highly recommend it. I think it's not only is it a great horror movie, but it's also a fantastic comedy movie. It's probably one of the best I've seen since early 2000s. I'd definitely put it in my top 10 from 2000 to 2014 because you don't get many good horror movies nowadays. I mean, there's a lot of them, but you don't get very many good ones. I mean, stuff like Deliver Us from Evil and all that demonic stuff. It's not scary. It's not new, is it? I mean, it's disappointing. For me anyway. I want to see real good things like slashers with fault, like this movie, even though it's a comedy movie as well. It's also a great slasher movie, and the way he kills people, it's awesome. I mean, technically, he's a zombie, but you don't feel that way because he has these chats and he does all this stuff, and it's just great, you know. All these comebacks, all these witty remarks, the way he walks, the way he sounds. He still cusses and swears and still really upset because his stuff doesn't work out for him, even dead. So it's fantastic. And I want to see more of this. You know, I want to watch more of this. I want to see more of Valentine. I want to see more of the movies that really, really stand out. You know, if I watch Paranormal Activity, none of them stand out to me because none of them are that special. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that like Paranormal Activity and that, but they don't stick out in my mind. It's like the same stuff over and over again. And even though Stitches is tread ground, you know, because it's a slasher and it's comedy horror, it's new in a lot of ways. It's fun, it's unique, it's special. You know, And it's a throwback to the 80s, the greatest decade of horror. I mean, you could say the 60s and 70s were as well. Depends on what generation you watch. But anyway, before I go into a whole conversation about the generations of horror, do I recommend Stitches? Yes. Do I think it's an awesome movie? Yes. Am I glad I bought it on Blu-ray for $10? Yes. Do I recommend you go out and buy it right now? Yes. Do I think that this film is something that you'll enjoy and wanting to watch over and over again in your lifetime? Yes. Do I think Ross Noble's a great actor? Yes. Did I like the Tommy Boy? Not really, but he was fun. I don't know why, but I just found him a little bit whiny. But then that's the character. This movie has you laughing all the way through it, even during the kills. So I do recommend this. I give this a 5 out of 5. And I'm glad this was recommended to me, and I'm glad I bought it for my friend, because I'm sure when I talk to him, he's going to laugh at the exact same things I laughed at, and then we can talk to about it. So, awesome movie, awesome characters. Hopefully there'll be some sort of sequel with the other clowns, hopefully. I'd love that. It was done in 2012, so it's possible. But yeah, so Stitches. Stitches, a fantastic movie. Watch it, buy it, keep it, force your friends and family to watch it. It's awesome. Absolutely loved it. And if you watch Stitches, it will leave you in pieces. Ha ha.